You're listening to Fountain of Thought with your hosts, Dennis Fountain and Sonny Rain. One small step for man, one giant leap for America.
This show contains adult themes and language. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome to the Fountain of Thought podcast, broadcasting from the Eric's Memorial Studios. This is the podcast where we talk about everything and anything. Leave us a voicemail on our listener line at 413-612-8037. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter at TalkFOT, or please visit our website at fountainofthought.com. Sonny, I'm a little worried today.
Why are you worried, Dennis?
Because normally you come in with a sheet of paper. Today you have a plethora of notes. So today is going to be either the best show ever or you're just got a lot of stuff to make me look bad.
No, never. But say that word again.
Plethora?
Yeah.
Plethora.
That's going to come into play later in the show.
And a potpourri.
Oh, potpourri.
Potpourri. Plethora and potpourri.
Yeah, that's definitely going to come into a segment later in the show.
Okay. Speaking of segments, the opening segment, I'm a little jealous.
Well, I'm starting it first.
You're starting it first?
Yeah, because we didn't have time last week. I want to just get this out of the way.
First.
Welcome to the Fountain of Thought segment, where your all-omnipotent host, Dennis Fountain, ponders life events.
Are you ready, God?
But I wanted to talk about the opening segment, which was the opening of the show, because I'm jealous. Because my name is first. It says Dennis Fountain.
Okay, go ahead.
But yours goes, Sonny, rain. Sounds much cooler than mine.
Well,
is that because you're second? So either you're first and no special effects, or you're second with
that's how it
special
works. Effects? If you're first, you get you're the man.
Yeah.
And then the co-host gets the extra little.
Okay. All right. Look, lay on my Fountain of Thought segment.
Okay.
Where I show my omnipotence.
Again, this all applies to a place later in the show.
Okay, I'm getting worried.
Okay, you know those two wires they lay across certain roads about 2 feet apart and attaches to a box on the side of the street that have vehicles drive over. What's their purpose?
It counts traffic.
Okay.
You really thought I didn't know that?
No, I'm not trying to stump you. I just want to educate our listeners or anybody else like me that looked at it and said, is that for speed or is that for... just
it counts cars.
It's just to see how much traffic is going on.
Yeah. Correct. Yes.
Okay. Well, that's all. It's not a test.
Okay.
Okay. Question number 2. Why is this state so whacked? And that's a topic for an entire show, I'm sure.
Yeah. It was good.
But I was thinking the other day, why is it now all of a sudden our responsibility to remember when to renew your driver's license? Okay. Now wait. We're in the computer age now, which is so much easy. They could send an email. Years ago, they used to send you notices, all this stuff. Okay, fine. If we were doing it for the mail purpose to save money, I get it. But now that we're in the computer age and the cell phone age and the texting age, all of a sudden, we can't be bothered to tell you when your license expires.
Because it would still cost them money.
How?
Well, first of all, they have to have a developer to create a program to do such a thing. That's the main reason. The software is not out there. They would have to create it.
That's unbelievable. It really is. And in my opinion, it's stupid.
It is. Because...
And don't get me going on the fact that they canceled No Tax Weekend 2 years in a row now.
Yeah. But you go 5 years, and who looks at their driver's license?
Nobody. That's
unless you get pulled over, you don't look at your driver's license.
Yeah, and all of a sudden you get pulled over, and they say, your driver's license expired 2 years ago?
And you go, I mean, I know, it's your responsibility and we're not all kids. I get it. But even still, it's 5 years is a long time and some people forget. But I guess you were going to have to get into the habit of, on our birthday, because that's when ours expire in Massachusetts, is to look and see. I don't even know when. You know what? Let's take a look. I think mine has 3 years because last time I went, I was not wearing glasses and I put my head in that little thing. And the woman told me to read line 3, and I was like, P-C-A-S-T-O. And she's like, are you reading line 3? And I went, yeah. She goes, try again.
It says on mine that mine expired in 1965. Oh, no, that's That's my date of birth. No, I'm good for another year.
2019.
11/29. I don't have to.
2019.
Okay. Well, now that we've given everybody our birth date, we
I didn't give anyone my birth date. I just said when it expires. You're the one that gave them the birth date.
Well, I want cards.
You want cards?
Yeah, send us cards.
Okay.
Funny cards.
November 29th is your birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah. E-cards. Send e-cards.
E-cards. Send real cards. I love fart jokes. Fart jokes are the best.
Okay.
Because you know what a fart is. It's a well-digested burp. Okay, final question.
I didn't even answer why is Massachusetts so weird, but okay, go ahead.
That would take an entire show.
Okay. All right.
You know how many things we could go through on that?
All right.
Okay. Question number 3. Who is AJ Frost?
Who is A.J. Frost? I got two things floating around in my brain, and they're probably both wrong.
Well, first of all, I'm going to say this is a question I'm trying to stump you on.
Okay. Is A.J. Frost a writer or a race car driver?
A character.
Okay, that's why I get the writer part then. I don't know other than that. That's all I know.
You don't know who AJ Frost is?
No.
One of your favorite movies. You watched it I don't know how many times. And that's what my point to this question is. When you put the last name in that never really comes up in the film, but they give it a last name anyway.
Yeah.
It throws you off. If I just said to you, who's AJ?
I don't know what this
In science fiction.
in science fiction. AJ?
Yeah.
No, not. I don't know.
Armageddon.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right.
But doesn't that throw that off when you add the last name? And I don't know why they do it. If they never mention it in the film, why bother?
Why give him a last name?
But when they throw that in, AJ Frost, that sounds like something from, I don't know, like spy thriller or something.
Yeah.
It doesn't fit that character, you know?
What's AJ stand for?
That they don't say. Or if they did, I don't know that.
I'm going with Anthony James.
You're going Anthony James?
Yeah, Anthony James.
I'm going to go with Antonio Juan.
You go with that one. I think I like my odds better.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Okay, that's my bullshit for the
That's
opening segment.
That's your bullshit?
That's my bullshit
That's
for the
your
opening
bullshit?
segment.
Okay.
It was supposed to be on last week's show, but I forgot.
Oh,
so-
you forgot?
Yeah. So,
Did you want me to text you that next time so you remember?
Yeah, please do.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so what kind of bullshit you got?
Well, you know what? I got a really fun thing. Just to hash around, I thought we would talk about spam.
Spam, 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 spam.
Yeah, that. I don't know. Really don't have a topic this week.
We're talking about that jelly-covered crap in a can.
I just saw an article, and I don't know. It made me chuckle a little
Here
bit.
it comes,
I thought I'd
folks.
talk about spam.
Here it comes,
I don't
folks.
have a list.
Here it comes, folks. Facts.
Well, I do have some facts.
He can do
but
it from the top of his head.
I don't have a list.
Trust me.
Sure, I will. I won't even look. Trust me. Don't even look. How many cans of spam have been sold since its inception?
20 million.
That's a lot. So you said 20 million?
10 million.
10 million.
Yeah.
And you think that's your original guess was 20, so you think that's high, so you went down to 10?
I honestly don't give a shit. All I know is
I know you don't care.
All I know is
I just think
I have another friend who probably consumed 10,000 cans himself personally.
8 billion with a B.
8 billion cans of spam.
8 billion cans since its inception in 1937. Yeah.
Jeff Allard, did you hear that? How many did you contribute to that number?
And to put it in perspective, you know how many burgers McDonald's has sold?
Less than that, I bet.
No, 300 billion with a B.
Holy crap.
Yeah, they claim they sell 75 burgers every second is what they claim. Number 1 fast food chain, Mickey D's. Number 2, which shocked me. You know what number 2 is? If it shocked me, it's not going to be your normal one that you would
Taco
think.
Bell.
No. Subway.
Really?
Yeah, Subway's number 2.
I like Subway.
Yeah. Number 3?
Burger King.
Yeah, BK. Yeah. When I was on the Board of Health, we went and we had a Burger King in our town and a McDonald's in our town. And went to McDonald's and...
Yeah, tell that story, because that story is funny as shit.
All right. Me and another board member had gone to McDonald's. We weren't, quote, on the job. We just went for lunch. We went to the drive-thru. and we ordered the burger, and I don't remember what it was, Big Mac, quarter pounder, who cares? And when we get back...
It was a cheeseburger.
Was it a cheeseburger? Yeah. Okay. You remember? I don't.
Oh, that story struck me so funny.
So we get back to... He happened to be an attorney, so we get back to his office, and we're sitting down, and we start eating, and he takes a bite out of his burger, and it's raw inside. I mean, it's raw. So you don't want to do that to a Board of Health member.
This is the best part, folks, coming.
So we go back to McDonald's and we ask to speak to the manager, and we show him the burger, and the first thing out of his mouth is, "You didn't buy that here."
No, we bought it in Subway.
Yeah. And we're like, yeah, we did. He goes, no, you didn't buy that here. And we're arguing with him. He goes, no, we did. Now we need to see how you're preparing this. What are you doing? He says, well, that's impossible because we have timers, and the meat goes on the grill, and the lid comes down, and we set a timer, and that's it. When timer goes off, we serve it. I go, well, what happens when you're busy? Well, what do you mean? I go, well, when you're busy, the same thing happens. I go, so when you're busy, the employee who's flipping the burgers can't lift the lid up and remove the burger first? No. And we go, really? What's stopping them? So and that's what happened, because it was busy. It was lunchtime, and they were in a hurry. So they didn't wait for the timer. They lifted the lid and took the burger out. But don't sell a raw hamburger to a Board of Health member.
You missed the best part of that story.
What was the best part of the story?
The best part of the story is when he said something about you can call the Board of Health on this if you want.
Oh.
He was giving you a hard time.
Yeah.
And
when we first got there.
And he
yeah.
opened up his thing.
He didn't know who we were.
I am the Board of Health.
We have badges. Yeah. When you're on the Board of Health, you have badges. So showed him our badge, put him in his place.
What an ass.
But, yeah. But that's always why I like Burger King, because BK's takes their burgers and you cannot mess them up because they're on a conveyor belt.
Exactly.
They are flame broiled through a conveyor belt system, so the patty comes out. You cannot undercook. I mean, unless the mechanism malfunctions, which is possible, but you can't undercook a patty.
And they taste so much better.
They do. I do like their burgers better. Yeah. Back to spam, and I know you love the
spam.
Where is spam not sold? Do you have any idea? Now think, I'm sure you could, if you really think about this, you might, you know what? Let me backtrack.
No, anywhere where there's a Jewish population.
Well, you're kind of on the right track, because what's in spam? Do you know what spam is? It's very simple, actually. The ingredients of spam?
Enlighten me.
Okay. Ham, salt, water, potato starch, sugar, and sodium.
That's it?
That's it.
And everybody says it's all lips and assholes.
Yeah, no, that's it. That's what it is.
So it's not that bad.
No, so it's the pork part. So the pork product, you're not going to have it in certain countries. And there are only 2 countries in the entire world that don't sell spam.
Because it's not kosher.
Yeah, in the Middle East and in Africa. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So go figure.
You don't know what you're missing, people.
I know. How do you like your spam?
Well, when I do eat it once in a while, I usually fry it up in the morning and serve it with a couple of eggs.
Yeah, like bacon or
bacon and eggs or something.
Canadian bacon or something.
I like it that way.
Yeah.
But
it gets a good caramelization on it. I like that.
Like a caramelization.
Well, it does.
I just love the words you just...
Well, what are you going to call it?
No, I'm just saying you make everything taste better just the way you talk sometimes.
Caramelization.
Anyway, I have a friend who used to be the bass player in my rock band years ago, Jeff Allard, here from Ware, and he has consumed more spam than any person I know. And this is the way he used to like to prepare
Eat his, yeah.
Yes. First, you open the can, and you scrape off the jelly.
Yeah.
Get it all nice and clean. Then you cut 2 slices off of it evenly. Throw 2 pieces of white bread in the toaster. Toast it up. Take it out, lay the 2 little pieces of spam on it, smother it in ketchup.
Ketchup?
Yeah. And then put the other bread on top, cut it in half, and get yourself a nice big cold glass of milk, and go eat your dinner watching TV.
Ketchup?
Yeah.
Who puts ketchup on ham?
Well, Jeff and my sister put ketchup on everything.
Well, I put a ketchup on a lot of things, but went to Canada, and when I buy potato chips, I dip them in ketchup. But Canada has potato chips with ketchup in them already.
Yeah, and yesterday we were sitting at Mexicali Grill having lunch together, and not once did you use the ketchup on the table for your French fries.
I didn't, because they were very good. I do put ketchup on everything, but they were very good. Those fries have the encrusted flavors, spices, and they were very good.
I'm getting hungry. You got a takeout menu or anywhere here we can call?
Well, you know what? Let me tell you about the varieties. Do you know there are varieties of Spam?
Oh God, yes. I
know
many?
That. How many?
There's at least 8.
8. Try again. Higher.
10.
Try again.
Oh no shit! How many?
15.
Well, they're not all available in this area.
I didn't know there were 15.
I know they got bacon, they got turkey Spam, they got smoked flavored Spam, they got, what the hell was the other one? Oh, there was a Spanish one too.
Jalapeno
Spam, I think it was something like
they
that.
Have Spam Classic, which is the original flavor. Yeah. Spam Hot and Spicy.
That's the one. Hot and spicy.
It's flavored with Tabasco sauce. Jalapeno Spam. Spam with black pepper. Low sodium Spam, 25% less sodium. Spam Light, 33% fewer calories, 25% less sodium, and 50% less fat.
Is the can lighter too?
No, just the Spam.
Just the Spam.
Just the Spam. Spam Oven Roasted Turkey.
Yeah, I know that one.
Hickory Smoked Spam. This one I never knew existed. Spam Spread.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You've seen that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Walmart carries it.
Really? Spam Bacon. Spam Cheese. Spam Garlic. Spam Teriyaki, which I would probably like. I love teriyaki. Spam Chorizo. Spam... Oh, this one I'm going to take a guess on. This is something I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce this word. Spam Baricua. It's seasoned Puerto Rican flavors. Boricua. Baricua. I know in the Spanish culture you have to pronounce every syllable, so I'm going with Baricua. Anyways. Spam with macadamia nuts.
Ew.
Spam turkey. Spam tocino. And Spam Portuguese sausage.
From what I understand, Spam has an actual... it's like a Six Flags thing. You can go to the Spam. And
they do have a museum. And,
and you can order things.
So,
a matter of fact, somebody gave me years ago the little Spam soldier that looks like from the Holy Grail.
Yeah.
Because they thought I was a Spam lover, but they overheard a conversation. I was talking about Jeff.
Yeah.
And anyway, that's
my
neither here nor there. But the point is it's a national like McDonald's. It's
treasure.
Spam is Spam.
National treasure.
But I didn't know it's not that bad for you. I thought it had all kinds of crap.
Well, the sodium is the problem. It's low because it's used to cure it. That's why it's cooked and cured, so that's why it lasts forever. And how it originally got its big popularity was during the war. They sent it, and they still do to this day. It's accompanied with every war that we go out. It's accompanied in the rations. Spam goes with it. My favorite way to eat Spam: ham and pickle. You know how you chop it up, and ham salad.
Oh, you mean Spam salad?
Yeah, Spam salad. Cut it up or grind it up if you have a grinder. Remember, your mom probably has one. Mine used to. Those big metal things that clip onto the table and you turn and you can grind your own meat.
Well, I got one of those bullet things that will grind anything.
Bullet things that'll grind anything. Does your mom have one of those? Those are worth money, by the way.
Well, she did. I don't know what she did with it.
See, my mom I don't know if she still does. My mom used to have one of those. But you know what I'm talking about. You clip on it.
Yeah, clip it on.
Yeah.
You grind everything down through it.
Yeah. That's how we'd use hamburger. We never used to buy hamburger. You'd grind it. You'd take the meat and you'd grind it, make your own hamburger.
That's how I lost my genitalia.
Really? In the grinder?
Not really, but...
Oh. You don't have any genitalia.
How would you know?
I saw pictures.
Yeah. They're out there again?
Yeah. They're floating around the internet. So, but no, that grinder was I used to love that.
It was, and it was, as a child, it was intriguing because you just love to watch things go in whole and come out.
Yeah. But no, chopped ham and pickle, I love that. The other thing about Spam, do you know what it stands for?
It stands for Stanley puts applesauce with the meals.
No. People think it stands for sizzled pork and but that's not what it stands for. Officially stands for spiced ham. SP, the first letters, and AM, Spam. Spiced
okay,
ham.
folks, you have been educated on Spam. So
Spam.
Stock up in case you never know. The zombie apocalypse. Donger could do something.
Donger could do something, yeah.
I knew Donger was coming here somewhere.
But congratulations to Spam, because this is their 80th year. They've been in business for 80 years.
Congratulations, Spam.
Yeah. Who makes Spam?
Is it Hormel?
Yeah, Hormel's right. Yeah. How long they've been in business?
Oh, God, they've been in business for a long time.
137 years. 137 years.
Imagine that, all the shit food out there has longevity.
Yeah.
And all this health craze crap lasts about 10 years.
No, you know what cracks me up is these people, and you see it every day. And I'm not saying that, you got to be a fat slob like me, but all these people that exercise and eat healthy and everything, and they drop dead at 30.
Well, Jim Fix.
I'm looking, who's Jim Fix?
You know who Jim Fix is?
No, you got me on that one. Who's Jim Fix?
He was a big jogger and exerciser, and he dropped dead of a heart attack years ago, back in the 80s.
Who is he, though?
That's all. I don't remember the whole details behind it, but Jim Fix was a big thing on TV, and he was always talking about go exercise, and he was promoting.
Oh, he was an exercise guru?
No, he was. I forget what exactly. You have to look it up, but he was just.
Okay, watch this. Okay, Google. Who is Jim Fix?
According to Wikipedia, James Fuller Fix was an American who authored the 1977 best-selling book, The Complete Book of Running.
There you go. And
but he was always,
dead, huh?
he was always talking about healthy diet and exercise, and the guy had a massive heart attack while he died. It was like, okay, let's go back to the Spam.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and how many people do you know? And I know Willie Rondo is a guy I met in Lyons. Guy lived to be 90-something years old. And I'm not kidding. This is not, I'm not exaggerating. The guy ate a pound of bacon every morning for breakfast, but he was a hard worker. He worked hard. But you never know, and I look at this stuff and, all right, if you go according to medical records, I'm definitely obese. I don't look at myself and think I'm obese. I just think I'm fat.
Well, that's another subject we got to talk about, because I think that needs to be 1X, 2X, 3X, 4X, because if they tell me I'm obese.
You're obese too.
And then I see these people that are 400 pounds, then they're what? They got to be 3X obese.
They're still now they're going to label obesity?
Well, yes. It's not fair.
It's not fair.
Well, it's like dieting. When you make an accomplishment and you start to lose weight, you want to get credit for it.
Yeah.
You want to just be grouped in the same group
Almost
until you're not obese.
Almost every American is obese if you go by the medical industry. But it's how we eat. We've been brought up differently. We eat in excess. We throw food away. It's left over. It's amazing.
Well,
and
it's just like as soon as the war was over in World War II, and we were friends with Japan, and we started moving in McDonald's and everything. All of a sudden, all these nice, slender Japanese people who had a great diet, they're all getting fat and porky because they're all eating the same shit we do.
Fast food is not good for you.
No.
But the problem is
it tastes good and it's fast.
And it's okay on an occasion. You just can't eat it every day. That's the problem. There was a movie about that. I forgot the title of it. Off the top of my head, but
I know the one that's got the French fries on it.
Yeah.
Oh God, come on, it's there right there. No, I don't have it.
Yeah, and then he went and did another one after that too, of some other. I don't know what it could have been, Subway or some other thing he did.
30 days, something.
30 days. I don't know, whatever. Yeah. But you go, I mean, when you start going to other countries and ordering food, you realize how in excess we are. When I went to China and I went to McDonald's in China, I ordered 2 of everything. I'm not kidding. I ordered 2 because it was so small. Their large soda is equivalent to our small soda.
Oh, they don't follow the code of McDonald's
No.
to do what they want because it's a franchise.
No, they don't. No, because people don't eat that way. And McDonald's in China has different things on their menu. All McDonald's have different things on their menu. You can find.
Oh yeah. I saw that.
Yeah.
You can buy fish things.
Oh
and
yeah.
Weird stuff. Yeah.
My eldest daughter Rachel went down as a McDonald's ambassador to Florida for some convention thing, and she came back and said, "Dad, you wouldn't believe all the stuff that McDonald's serves. It's like a gourmet. The food is incredible. It's not all hamburgers. McDonald's all over the world they have different things. They all have their core, hamburgers, a Big Mac or whatever, but they all have different things. But I went down there and." That's where I did breakfast because Chinese China breakfast is completely different. It's fish and I don't do that. And congee, they eat a lot of congee. I don't do that either.
What the hell is congee?
It's like a rice dish.
Oh, okay.
Kind of. It's like rice. Like rice pudding or rice oatmeal. It's similar to that. In fact, it was funny because I get looks. I got congee one time. I sprinkled sugar and cinnamon all over it, and they're looking at me like I'm this dumb American. What the hell is he doing? Because I try to make it like oatmeal, I try to, flavor it up a little bit. But so, bottom line is you can't do breakfast over there unless you want to eat fish, or you go to some American place like McDonald's. So, for breakfast, I went to McDonald's every day, and that's what I ordered off the menu from McDonald's, but I'd order two because everything is so small. That's what portion size is. That's what a portion size should be. It's not that it was so small, is that I'm used to large here in America. That's not what it's like over there.
Quick plug. Why were you in China?
For the Lions convention.
Lions Club.
Yeah.
Support.
Yeah, and I had to pay for everything. So Lions don't. All our dues that we pay dues, and some goes to international, and some goes to the local club. But any money you donate to Lions stays with the community. It doesn't go anywhere else. So when I went to China or Canada or Texas or wherever I went for Lions, you have to foot the bill yourself. Lions doesn't pay for any of that. So,
but it's still a great organization.
Yeah. Speaking of which, everyone I probably know has heard about Hurricane Harvey, correct?
Oh, I should hope so.
Okay. I wanted to tell the audience that since we're here, and very briefly since we're talking about that, I've mentioned on this show before about first responders that are there, and little do most people know that Lions are usually first on the scene. When 9/11 happened, Lions were the first on the scene there, and they paid for a lot of stuff that was going on there. And the reason is because they're local. They're there first. So if I'm a Lion and there's a tragedy down the road, I'm there immediately. I don't have to wait for a meeting at Red Cross and somebody to get together and a bunch of guys go down and whatever. I'm there immediately. Usually they are first on the scenes. And that's what's happened in Hurricane Harvey in Texas and Louisiana. And Lions Club International has already given away $100,000 in emergency grants. And for those that are listening, if you want to donate, it is your right to donate to whoever you may wish to donate. But I'm just going to give you a heads up that if you donate to the Lions Club, that money goes directly to those in need. Unlike with the Red Cross, if you donate to the Red Cross, you have to pay for advertising. I'm sure you've all seen the advertising about the Red Cross. They're everywhere. I watch primetime shows, and there's text to 90999 and be charged $10.
Absolutely.
Well, that stuff doesn't come free. It's not free advertising. They pay for all of it.
And you know what? It's the same thing when you get all that crap in the mail from all these different charity organizations, and they give you all these gifts and everything and ask you to, well, how do you think
come free?
No, and it's got to be paid for somewhere. But the Lions Club is one true organization that you don't see on TV, you don't hear on the radio, you don't hear. They just exist, and they're behind the curtain, and they look for you to support them. So I agree.
Yeah, so we will post a link on our website if you want to donate to Hurricane Harvey, and you can be assured that the funds that you donate go directly to Hurricane Harvey victims, those in need, and not to pay somebody's salary at the Red Cross or for advertising or for anything like that.
And I will back Dennis and swear on my mother's life that he is telling you the absolute truth.
Yep. So we'll post that on the web. It's lcif.org for those of you that are interested. lcif.org, which stands for Lions Club International Foundation, and that's the disaster relief arm of Lions Clubs. So just for those that want to know. All right, Sonny, what you got?
I want to talk about professional sports right now and fairness. And the first thing we're going to say right off the bat is what's unfair about all of them? Well, we know it's salary, so we're going to cut that one out because that's a
topic. Did you get my text last night? Do you remember that text?
About?
The starting rookie salary for the NFL?
Yeah.
Oh, my God, it's $300 and something thousand.
Okay, but like I said, that's going to be a topic for another time because that's just so complicated, so completely whacked that we
have a solution for that. We'll talk about it another day, right?
Yeah, we're not going to include that in this. What I want to talk about is just physical and things that they could look at and change to make sports more fair.
Yeah.
Now, believe it or not, in my opinion, basketball and hockey are the fairest sport that are out there.
Fair as in what? As in
Fair in the fact that the rinks are all the same. The courts are all the same. Yeah. It's all indoors.
Yeah.
There's nothing in.
There's no variation.
There's no variation in things. So it comes down to two teams and a basketball to control the game.
Well, wouldn't football be the same?
No way.
You think having home field because everyone can scream and throw them off their game?
No, I'm going to get to that.
You know the wind and...
Football is the third one that I'm going to get, and baseball's the worst.
Yeah.
But football, we'll start with that, okay? It starts with the fact that you got different turfs.
Yeah.
Everybody's got
you're right. Yeah.
You got... And you got indoor stadiums versus outdoor stadiums.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, and that applies to baseball as well.
Yeah.
But it's unfair. And and then if you really want to break it down and get technical about it, in baseball, every field
they're all different. Every single
you got 400 feet.
A home run here is not a home run there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And to me, if it's not all the same, then it's not fair competition. And do I approve that? Yeah, because that makes what we grew up with. But I'm just saying to point it out is that when people look at their teams and say, oh, well, we suck. And, besides the fact that, salaries, it also has to do with where you're playing.
Yeah.
And they used to say all the time that the Red Sox would never win a World Series, in present day.
Mm-hmm.
Now that we won 3 people in Fenway Park because of the
Green Monster.
Yeah, that and the size of the stadium.
And how they used to build teams around parks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The big one for me is these dome stadiums. We'll cover baseball first, and then we'll move on to football. But dome stadiums in baseball piss me off because the most. They piss me off in the NFL too, but they piss me off in baseball the most because, well, it's not just. I guess it's just one. It's Tampa Bay. They got that shitty dome that they built back in the 80s when they were trying to woo the San Francisco Giants to move out there, and they built them a stadium, and then all of a sudden San Francisco goes, no, we struck a deal, we're going to stay here. And it was vacant for years. It was just sitting there, and then all of a sudden the Major League Baseball granted Tampa Bay a major league franchise, and they moved in. Well, now the rules in that place are ridiculous. They got all these catacomb rules. If you hit this thing up in the air and it hits this particular catwalk, this is an out, or this is a fair ball, or this is a home run. This isn't. That's bullshit. And they play 80 games in their own stadium. So so people are coming in. Not only are they playing in a dome, closed in, no air. Nothing to affect the ball at all. And they're playing on AstroTurf, and I think I remember it was made of ground-up tires and stuff. Yeah,
usually that's what it is.
Yeah. And I'm saying to myself, how is that fair? How is that fair that this team plays half their season indoors and makes other people come in and change their game plan to suit the stadium? That's not fair competition head-on-head.
Well, the only fairness in it is that both teams play in there.
Yeah, but the home team
has an advantage because they're used to it.
A big advantage because they play there.
Yeah.
They do their spring training there. Right. They do everything.
Yeah.
So that's not right. It doesn't make sense to me. And it's the same thing with
would you change it though? I mean,
that place, blow it up.
Well, maybe that place, but what I'm saying is that
the only dome stadium that was ever created that I said, applause, 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 was Seattle. They came up with the idea of this half dome that rolls over, and it's like an umbrella.
Yeah.
It's still open on the sides, but they cover it so
the sun can't come
and
in.
I understand Seattle's need for that because they're on the Bering Strait.
Yeah. Well, one of the things that I like about baseball is that every park is different. I like that about baseball.
I said this a little while ago. I'm not looking to change things. I'm just pointing things
out.
You're
just making us aware.
Because there's fans out there that sit and they look and go, well, how come my team, is not as good as, this team? And it's not. Salary is the big one. And again, we're not getting into that because that's all sports. But there are things about certain places to play that make it harder to achieve the goal of going to the World Series or winning a Super Bowl than it is for others. It's just the way it is. It's a fact of
that's true.
those two sports. It's not like I said, hockey and basketball are completely the same. Nobody has a fair advantage as far as
there's other sports too. Tennis.
Well, yes,
soccer.
I get that, but I'm not an educated fan of those particular sports.
Oh, okay.
That sound good? An educated fan.
Wow. That's deep.
Thank you.
That's deep.
But turf versus grass, both sports. Everything should be played on grass.
Less injuries.
This turf is bullshit. Yeah. All domes should go in all sports. That's bullshit. Okay, where I don't care where you are, deal with it.
Do you not have some athletes, like the running backs and things, do you not have some athletes that prefer turf? I mean, I hear that, right? Because they can run faster, right?
Maybe I don't care, but that's the point. You're changing the rules from stadium to stadium. Well, it should be at least the same.
All right. Well, if we're going to talk that, let's talk about inflating your balls.
What's wrong with my balls?
They're overly inflated. You should deflate them a little. Because I don't remember what you may remember what the 21 pounds to whatever. There's a leeway there that you can have your.
We visited this so many times on back shows.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But it's you know what
it's
sports.
That's another pet peeve that we could talk about for an entire show because they're full of shit. The point is, I want to go through these different things. Temperature indifferences.
Yeah, but there's going to be ambiguity in all of this. It just doesn't. You're not going to change that.
Are you bored with this conversation? Is that what you're trying to get to?
No, I'm just saying that it's a mute subject.
I just wanted to talk about it. You say you want to talk about anything and everything. This is what I want to talk about.
Okay,
Jesus,
calm down.
What is your problem?
Where is he? Is he coming down?
I don't know. You're a god.
Jesus
you tell
Christos?
me.
All right. Yeah, you're right. I agree with you. You're right.
Now look at football. Okay, football should be played outside. Everybody should be playing outside. Okay, it's bad enough that geographically the temperature is different all over the United States. That's something we can't deal with. But be outside. You play in the elements. That's the way football's always been. The only thing that suspends a football game is lightning.
Yeah.
That's it. Other than that, it should be played outside. And I just watched a show the other night, and they were saying Peyton Manning, would his records that he built in his career be the same if he played outdoors more, like he did in Denver, instead of an inside controlled weather environment? Okay, I have a big problem with that. I don't like it. Play outside.
Well, I don't like him, but
and I don't like him either, or his brother. Yeah. He's an asshole. But the point is, play it outside. Because I remember in the 70s, we grew up, you used to see those games where everybody was covered in mud.
Mud bowls are great. Yeah.
It was, that was the most fun. You didn't even give a shit who was playing.
unless you're the Patriots and you take a plow and you plow the field.
Oh, that was, for the field goal? Yeah, that was wonderful. Yeah. Wait, we're going to get a snowball. And before the referees could figure out, is this legal? Yeah. It's already
done. It's done.
That, kudos to the Patriots for that. That was just unbelievably quick thinking.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they didn't do well against the Bears. But how about instant replay? What's your feelings on those?
They've changed. And what sport are you talking about now?
Anything.
Anything?
Do you think it should exist?
I'm in favor of instant replays.
I am too.
As long as they're quick and to the point, and it doesn't we don't got to have a conference that lasts an hour.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, and I like the new NFL rules on it. I think it's okay.
Yeah, because I think that over the years, if instant replay had been
right, it'd be a different story.
Yeah. You'd see a lot of different records that are being made. And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to offend any other fan of any other team, but it's a factual truth.
Absolutely,
because there was through the years there's been a lot of questionable.
Yeah, well, we're only
calls.
Human. We can't see everything all the time.
Exactly,
you might be the wrong angle. Angles are huge and things. Yeah. I mean, hell, angles sell half of the movies that are out there just because of the angle you shoot it in. So yeah, I agree.
And then another pet peeve is NFL scheduling. Unfair scheduling because of teams that don't have their own stadium. I do not agree.
Oh, you mean like the Giants and the Jets?
Giants and the Jets, and now we got the Rams and the Rams and the Raiders?
Yeah, must be.
Did they move down from Oakland?
Yeah,
again?
must be.
Yeah, that's bullshit. If you can't support, if you want an NFL franchise and you don't have a stadium for them to play in, then you have no business having one, because there's plenty of places that would love to have one.
Yeah.
that would put up a stadium, and they don't get it because they're
Right.
looked at by TV and everything.
It's
you're
a bad market.
You're
Yeah.
a bad market, so
Yeah.
we're not gonna approve this.
Yeah.
And then the last point I want to bring up on this subject is September call-ups in baseball. That's bullshit.
I agree with that. That's
Because-
kind of stupid.
Yeah, because that's just bringing spring training back
Yeah.
at the end of the
Yeah.
year to give
Yeah.
people experience. And you can have somebody that's been down in AAA that's doing wonderful.
Right.
That's going to help you. And
Right. They're hot at the time. Bring them up. It's
bring
like
'em
bringing a
up.
fresh player.
Yeah, he can't play in the offseason. I
Right.
get that.
Right.
I mean, he can't play during the playoffs, but he still can help you get wins.
Yeah.
And that's not right. And it's bullshit.
You play with what you got.
Yeah, and they're doing it because the season is so long with so many injuries. They try to give that month for everybody to heal up.
Yeah.
During for the stretch
Yeah.
run, and that's bullshit because in football you play what you
play
got,
with what you got.
and that's it.
Yeah.
So, anybody out there listening, I really don't care. I love the sport: baseball, football, hockey, basketball, anything. Well, not anything. Those four.
Water polo, Captain Archer.
Save that for the Star Trek show because that was so stupid. But, I just wanted to point these things out if you hadn't thought about it. It's just something to think about. It's not always just the salaries. That's, probably 75% of the problem, but there's other problems.
There are other
media,
factors.
Yes,
Yeah.
media
Yeah.
and geographical locations and all this stuff that factor in whether you're going to have a competitive team or not. So my suggestion is become a Red Sox, Patriot, Celtics, and Bruins fan, and you'll be just fine.
All right. We're going to be right back after I tie Sonny's shoelaces together. Shh. Don't tell him.
Dude, I had the craziest weekend. So it all started with girls' night at the club. I got into a fight with this guy, and he hit me over the head with a bottle. The next morning, I'm waking up on a pirate ship. These guys were insane. We went water skiing on sharks, dude. Sharks! They dropped me off on a beach in Florida where I got into a conversation with this old blind man.
Would you like to meet my puppy?
He had a 3-legged dog named Dorothy. The guy said he was a pilot and would fly me home for free. So I said, sure. When we were back in the area, the man throws me a pack and tells me to jump. It was awesome. So, what'd you do this weekend?
Oh, nothing much. Donated blood at an American Red Cross blood drive.
What? Whoa, that's too crazy for me.
Donating blood isn't a big deal for you, but for a person in need, it's everything.
Welcome back. If you are interested in becoming a sponsor of our show, please drop us an email at talkfot@gmail.com.
Getting back to that last subject before the commercial break,
Yes.
I just wanted to tell you something. There was a poll on Nesson August 29th, and the poll was, do you like bench clearing brawls, and does it still have a place in Major League Baseball games, especially with
Or
the
hockey?
Yankees? With the Yankees. 81% said hell yeah.
Yes. Bring it on. Bring it on.
The moment you've been waiting for is finally here. Yes, true or false headlines.
All right, folks. True or false headlines being powered by the Ludlow Lions Club. Do you want to help those in need in your neighborhood? Volunteer today by visiting ludlowlions.org or by calling 754-900-ROAR. And don't forget about Lions Club International Foundation, lcif.org, if you wish to contribute to Hurricane Harvey. All right. How this works is I will read a headline. Sonny, you will tell me whether it's true or false, and all of the headlines have some criminal nature involved.
No way.
Yes way. The very first one is taxi driver sued for violating rights by having too many air fresheners.
That's true.
That is false. I made that up. Sister live streams death to pay for funeral.
Well, that's true because the last one was the whammy.
That is true, unfortunately. Disgusting.
Say it again?
Sister live streams death to pay for funeral.
She live
streamed her sister's death. A California teen who was live streaming while driving says she continued to do so after her car crashed.
Oh, I saw that!
And her sister died because she thought the video would help pay for the funeral cost. Obdulia Sanchez, 18, has been arrested over the death of her 14-year-old sister Jacqueline, as authorities say she was driving under the influence when the car in which they were traveling crashed. Quote, I made the video because I knew I had more than 5,000 followers, end quote, Sanchez wrote in a letter to KGPE TV. Quote, it was the only way my sister would get a decent burial. I would never expose my sister like that. I anticipated the public donating money because my family isn't rich, end quote. A GoFundMe page has been set up to cover her sister's funeral expenses, according to the Washington Post. In the Instagram live video, which captures the moments leading up to and after the crash, Sanchez can be heard saying that the tragedy was the last thing she wanted to happen. I don't even know why I look like a monster, like I like freaking horrible, quote, end quote. That was not my intention at all, said Sanchez, facing charges of felony manslaughter while intoxicated, vehicular manslaughter with gross negligence, 2 counts of driving under the influence resulting in injury, and driving with a 0.08% blood alcohol level causing injury. Her picture is up on our Facebook, on our on our website. If you want to go take a look at that,
I saw that whole interview. She's an idiot.
I didn't put up the video because I didn't think it was appropriate.
What an asshole!
Yeah,
watching her sister die on the ground and she's filming the whole fucking thing. Yep. You know what? I hope you rot in jail.
Mm. All right, here's the next one. Lawsuit filed against the makers of Dixie Cups for promoting racism.
True.
That is false. I made that up.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Man hijacks horse.
That's got to be true.
That's true. The staff of the St. Louis Carriage Company is still in disbelief after the bizarre turn of events that upset one of their drivers' usual Tuesday night rides back to the stables. Johnny Medina, 40, allegedly struck the carriage driver over the head with a metal cane and then stole his horse, Harry. I took off after him, but he was able to get in the carriage, the driver, 60, who asked that his name be withheld for safety reasons, told the police. Luckily, Medina was no match for Harry the horse, who took off through the streets of downtown and led the suspect directly to the stables of the St. Louis Carriage Company. He probably understood that there was something wrong and immediately wanted to go to his safe place, which is home. The carriage came to a halt by crashing into a trolley, and that's when Medina allegedly turned violent, punching and kicking the horse. He was totally out of control. I think he was having some kind of psychotic episode, said the driver. Wholesome, the carriage company spokesman, said a military man was nearby while the incident was going on. He put Medina in a chokehold and rendered him unconscious until the police arrived. So there you go. Stealing horses. All right, folks, it's another hot day in Central Florida, although it's starting to get a little cooler. But that pool of yours could use a little TLC. Let No Worries for You Professional Pool Service handle all of your pool needs, serving Orange, Osceola, and Polk counties. Clear your mind by clearing your pool. Sonny, do we want to bother telling people how this works?
How does it work?
I don't know. Every week you change it. So
I know. I forgot.
Okay. So how this works is we're going to play some sound bites.
Yeah.
We're going to quiz each other on them. First person to get 3 rights wins, and the winner picks the subject for next week, and the loser has to post an embarrassing selfie. So who's going first?
You go first.
All right.
Okay.
Sci-fi comedy.
All right. Let's go for it.
Here you go. Ready?
Yep.
I have a taste for you. What is it? Essence of man. Essence of man? Yeah.
Clue.
It stars a 70s activist.
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you very much. Barbarella.
You suck!
You're so predictable.
How did you get that one?
Because you're so predictable.
Guys, you keep telling me you're going to be the greatest band in the world, but you stink.
Yeah, we don't understand it either.
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure?
Bill and Ted's Bogus
Oh,
Journey.
go f*** yourself.
Ask me if I planned that.
Yeah, I know you planned that.
Yeah.
Fine.
I think you ought to know I'm feeling very depressed.
Well,
We have something that should take your mind off things.
It won't work. I have an exceptionally large mind.
Yeah.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
You read my screen, didn't you?
I didn't.
Go ahead. What's my next one?
Wait! Where are you going? I was going to make espresso.
Pass. What was it?
That was Young Frankenstein.
Oh.
Welcome to Texaco. You can trust your car to the system with the star.
I don't need a clue for that one. Back to the Future 2? All right, all comes down to this. You could win it. Ready?
Yeah.
Menaloine, trakta satundi mondo chiwen meta lakta liguna. Ispero bena kasma fero junda. Deno fergi hamas meta trutkit zid handla. Suk. Dopo metimbakta se no voi. Dito male ne palela. Kiko hamas stato un trum. Sono troppo da dindo scala. Nella dindo. Gela boom.
Star Wars. Actually, it was Fifth Element.
Yes, it was. Why did you say Star Wars?
I wanted to continue the game.
You suck. You suck. I don't care. You're getting an X.
I'll take the X.
You're getting an X.
I want to bury her anyway right now.
Go ahead.
Whoa. You made the international sign of the donut.
Could you play it again, please?
Whoa. You made the international sign of the donut. Whoa. You made the international sign of the donut. Whoa. You made the international sign of the donut.
Since I already passed, I guess I'd like a clue.
It's one of your least favorite science fiction comedy movies.
Oh, it's got to be Mars Attacks.
Oh, I'm being so nice to you.
All right, here is your one that could pull it all out for you or not. Are you ready?
Yep.
It's a nice t-shirt.
Oh, thanks. I got it at my church. It's Jesus shooting Charles Darwin.
Why would Jesus want to shoot Charles Darwin?
Because of his blasphemous theories.
Pass.
Paul.
Oh, yeah. Well, I only saw it once, but yeah.
All right, here it is.
Your brain will be electronically simplified.
My brain? It's my second favorite organ.
It's a Woody Allen movie, but I don't have a clue.
Final answer is nothing. Sleeper.
Yeah.
So if I get it right, I win. If I get it wrong, no one wins.
You won't. I promise you.
You are now free to move about the cabin.
Airplane 2, the sequel.
No.
I don't know, what is it?
Wall-E.
Oh, yeah, Wall-E. Yeah. All right, so no one wins, so no embarrassing photos this week. However, next week will be a potpourri because it's Wild Card. Wild Card. Wild Card. Wild Card. Wild Card. Wild Card.
It's time to dig deep. That only means one thing. It's time for questions from my side.
All right, questions from ISAC is being powered by Mr. Bill's Boot and Shoe Repair in Pantego, Texas. Find them online at MrBills.net, where they'll save your soul and gladly die for you. This is where you, the audience, becomes the most important part of the show, where you send us your questions. It can be anything and everything, just like our show. And the first one is, do you fear death?
Absolutely.
I don't fear death. I feel how I'm going to die.
Well,
I don't want it to be like really painful.
That's
anything,
what I meant. I just, if I got to go, I just like to go to bed at night.
Like to be,
and just have a heart attack in my sleep and be dead. I don't want to be.
You don't think you'd wake up from that heart attack? No. If you're having a heart attack, you're gonna go.
Not necessarily. A lot of people do.
Yeah.
They just drop to the ground.
You know that everyone has heart attacks.
Yeah, minor ones.
Yeah, everyone has minor heart attack.
But no, I don't want to be one of those, and God, please, blessings out to all these people that have cancer, that are sitting
You
there.
don't want to suffer.
Yeah, they're sitting there in a bed because you know what? Again, it's another subject we could go on for hours and hours, but, we euthanize our pets, but yet when you're told by a doctor, there's absolutely no way we can cure you, you're going to die.
Yeah.
Why can't you just gather your family around and say
Dr.
goodbye?
Kevorkian.
Yeah, exactly. And say goodbye. And then go to bed at night and the doctor prescribes a medication, you take it, and you don't wake up.
Yeah.
That's the most humane thing we could do for society today.
Yeah. I agree. All right, question number 2. This is an easy one. Can we make show suggestions? Absolutely. Please. We want to hear what you
Oh, yeah,
what you
definitely.
have. If you want us to talk about something, let us know. Please send it in.
We want you to listen to us, and we want to talk about what you want us to hear.
Right. It's not all about us, although Sonny will tell you it's all about me. It's really not.
No, I would never say that.
All right. Question number 3. Boxers, briefs, or commandos?
I can't wait to hear your answer.
I don't know what they're called, but mine are the new boxer briefs. They're the ones with they're like.
That's what I wear.
Yeah. Yeah.
When your
I
dick
like those.
when your dick starts to shrivel, and you can't.
You mean your penis?
Penis is so personal. Can't we call it a tallywhacker? Boxer briefs keeps everything in proportion.
In proportion?
Well,
okay.
yeah.
It
just keeps it packed in better.
Just keeps it packed in better.
Yeah.
All right.
Sonny's pet peeve
of the week.
Something I heard that you really pissed off with driving lately.
Labor Day traffic. It's just unbelievable.
Is it?
It's
Yeah.
why do people all plan to go away on that one weekend, regardless of whether the weather's going to be good, whether it's going to be bad, whether it's going to suck? Who cares? But let's go do something on Labor Day.
It's closing of the summer.
Yeah, but now we put our kids in school before Labor Day, which used to be
after.
be.
Yeah.
I don't get it, but it's so irritating, and I know there's other people out there that feel the same way as I do.
Yeah.
You're in traffic, and it's just all these morons and people. I'm not going to call you morons, but you're not from around, and you don't know the rules and regulations of our town, and you're passing through. But it does piss people off that live here. That you know.
I know.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we have a listener on the line that wants to comment on that.
Yes, we do.
We do? All right, let's connect that over.
My complaint is fucking holiday traffic. School buses and fucking crossing guards.
Well, that's not holiday traffic. That's school.
No, it's holiday traffic. We've been out public crossings like people got let out of work, and it's been freaking chaotic. It's been an absolute zoo out here all afternoon. Now they're just letting the little Nick jigs out now.
And that was our traffic update by our mobile
roving reporter,
roving reporter, JB.
Yeah, but not a bunch of assholes are sitting right in the middle of the road, daring you to hit them. They look at your vehicle and say, "Oh, this guy's got good insurance. Let him hit us." Yeah. You wonder why my blood pressure's high.
Yeah, for several reasons.
Well, deal with city people.
Thank you for being a guest on our show today, JB, and we'll look to you in the future for another Out There on the Road report.
There you go. No problem.
All right, take care. Later.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
So do you agree with the caller or not?
Oh, absolutely. He's got valid points.
He's got valid points.
And he's very eloquent in how he delivers his message. He doesn't hold back.
Very descriptive.
Yeah, doesn't hold back.
Very descriptive.
He says it like it is.
Yeah. Sonny, thank you for the caller. We appreciate that. Thank you for calling in. Any final thoughts there, Sonny?
Yeah, JB, thank you for calling in and giving us your 2 cents. Well, inflation today is probably more like 12 cents. We appreciate it. Yes, I have one more topic for today's show.
One more final thought.
How do you rate your vocabulary?
How do I rate my vocabulary?
Yeah, because
on a
you're a
scale
narcissist. Yeah.
Of 1 to 10?
Well, 1 to 10, you're probably going to say 12. Or
No,
13.
I would say an 8.
8? Okay.
Yeah, I would say an 8.
It's time to test Mr. Vocabulary.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. I'm going to do this.
Okay.
Because every week you got to come up with these eloquent little words and say...
They're not eloquent little words.
Yes.
They're part of the English language.
Yeah, but you like to perform them for our fans, okay? So I want.
I like to be descriptive.
Oh yeah, but you like to pick the words that nobody in the.
Listen, I can go through a dictionary and find thousands of words that I have no idea what they are.
You probably read the fucking dictionary.
I used to do that. Didn't you used to do that in elementary school?
No.
Oh, we used to have to do that.
I looked at porn.
In elementary school. In elementary school?
Yeah, in the Sears catalog.
Oh, my God.
No, I'm kidding.
Ask me whatever you want to ask.
Okay. 3 words. I want a definition. Hedonist.
It's when somebody relinquishes all of their ambitions and does things that are against the norm and act in a
self-gratification.
Yeah.
Perfunctory.
What is it?
Perfunctory.
I would say it has to do with the way something functions or operates.
That's a little hazy. Someone or some.
I would go with someone.
Someone?
Yes.
Perform merely as a routine duty, hasty, superficial, lacking interest, care, or enthusiasm.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're on the right track. Very good. Brogue.
Rogue?
Brogue. And this one you better
brogue.
know. B-R-O-G-U-E. Brogue.
Prefacing the subject in a provocative way.
I am so disappointed in you.
Really?
Really. What did you do for a profession most of your life?
I was a cobbler.
Yeah. Well, it's a durable, comfortable, low-heeled shoe, often having decorative perforations and wing tip. A coarse, usually untanned leather shoe, once worn Ireland and Scotland.
I was.
You were a cobbler. You were a cobbler. How can you not? That was the easiest one of all 3, and you got the other 2, which blew my mind because you're very intelligent. But you couldn't get the one about shoes.
Have you ever seen a brogue shoe?
Yes, you showed me plenty of them.
Brogue, and you called them brogue.
Oh, absolutely.
Look at that brogue shoe.
I did.
Oh my God! Look at the brogue shoe that woman is wearing.
I used to come down from my apartment, go to your shop, and say, "Oh,
are you going to put heels on that brogue?"
Yes. You don't remember that?
No.
Oh,
I don't remember that.
Oh, you're such an asshole.
I'm going to digest for just 1 second and apologize to the First Lady again. She's taken crap from everyone because she wore high heels getting off the plane when she went to survey the flood zones in Texas. But when she was actually in the flood zone, she was wearing flats. But of course, everyone went ballistic because she's in 6-inch stilettos. Who the freak cares what shoes you're wearing?
Let me add to that. Donald Trump gave $1 million of his personal money over to the flood.
And they're all bitching. The only reason Trump showed up is for publicity. So if he hadn't shown up, what do you think would have happened?
Fuck all of you.
He can't win. The guy can't win.
You know, I'm not saying that I'm a Trump supporter, but I am a firm believer in give somebody a fucking chance to do their job. It's only been, 8 months? Let him do his job. If he does something screwy, dumb, idiotic, then we can all get together and start bitching. But until then, all of you people out there, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. And if you want to not, you can leave your opinion or thoughts on our listener line, 413-612-8037. Reminding everyone to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter at TalkFOT, and visit our website, fountainofthought.com, for past and future episodes. And remember, everyone, be a fountain, not a drain.
Ricochet. It's all funny till somebody gets shot in the leg.
When I first met Dennis, I thought, this is my pen.
Less than a minute now.
Tool time for 200.
This term for a long-handled gardening tool can also mean an immoral pleasure seeker. Ken.
What's a hoe?
No. Whoa. They teach you that in school in Utah, huh, Al? What's a rake? A rake is right. You select, Al. 400, please.
Say, I like you. You're stupid.